Hi, I'm John Barrington, co-leader and co-founder of the Direct Democracy Forum. The Senate, as envisaged, is a people's forum. What the Senate does is take on half of the Legislative Assembly's function. The Legislative Assembly presently both writes the country's laws and approves the country's laws, so it has a dual function, to legislate and approve. The Senate is intended to take over the approval function from the Legislative Assembly, and also to impose an approval function upon the decisions of Cabinet. The main difference between the Legislative Assembly and the Senate are the means by which they are populated. The Legislative Assembly is populated by secret vote of the electorate for the representative lists of members of political parties. The parties are awarded seats in Parliament in proportion to the votes they gain in the election. The parties control the lists and what members on the lists do and how they vote in Parliament or the Legislative Assembly. The Senate is populated directly from the public by a process of random selection from members of peer groups. A peer group is a group of citizens who share certain demographic traits. So people of a certain age group, say 21 to 35 years, make up a peer group. An age group from, say, 36 years to 50 years make up another peer group, and so on. Peer groups cover age, occupation, education, income, gender, cultural affiliation, religious affiliation, and in deference to the importance afforded traditional leaders in South Africa, one peer group for traditional leaders. Each peer group has the same power in the Senate as every other peer group. Thus, the traditional leader peer group enjoys the same power as the peer group for the poorest of the poor, who enjoy the same power in the Senate as the peer group for the wealthiest of the wealthy, and so on. The proposed peer groups are not set in concrete. So, if a group exists which needs peer group representation, such as single parents, someone needs to motivate the inclusion of such a peer group in the Senate.